Fuller was above all concerned, as always, with the maladies of the spirit. But if the malaise that she observed had a social cause, then she did not hesitate to seek a social solution. The antidote for both the jaded society woman and the abused, discarded prostitute was believed to bring them together. To the pampered women of the boudoir, she urged, seek out these degraded women. Give them tender sympathy, counsel, employment. Take the place of mothers, such as might have saved them originally. Such a seeking to benefit the unfortunate, Fuller knew, was an act of salvation not only for the recipient, but also for the giver. And she enjoined her readers to give without reserve. Quote, offer beauty, talent, riches on the altar. Thus shall ye keep spotless your own hearts, and be visibly or invisibly the angels to others. Again, Fuller aspired to the angelic, but these aspirations were to be fulfilled not through scholarship or the attainment of a transcendental union with the all, but by charity. In her 1844 book, Summer on the Lakes, Fuller had expressed her doubts that limited human experience permitted anyone, quote, to settle the origin and nature of soul, the final destiny of souls, and the whole plan of the causal spirit with regard to them, unquote. Nevertheless, Fuller's thinking and writing on behalf of women was very much concerned with what she took to be the destiny of souls. Confident as she was that the spirit of humankind would gradually translate its fleshly appetites into a less carnal, more angelic form of love, she told her readers in both The Great Lawsuit and Woman in the 19th Century that those who would reform the world must live lives, quote, unstained by passionate error. They must be severe lawgivers unto themselves, unquote. However, Fuller herself was to learn the difficulty of heeding her own advice. Despite her own formidable capacity for discipline and self-governance, she was at last unable to fully restrain her own implacably passionate nature, and she could not foresee the outcome toward which her passions were leading her. In Rome in 1848, expecting a child that had been sired by a man she had not yet married, Fuller concealed her pregnancy from her friends and family in America. More than she had ever likely imagined, she had cause to reflect on the observations of the female prisoner at Mount Pleasant, who had told Georgiana Bruce that it was the reputation for chastity, not its actual possession, that was significant in the world of manners. In miles and in years, Margaret Fuller traveled a long distance from the bedside of the dying girl in Groton. The distance she traveled in her thinking about feminine virtue was no less substantial.